going higher. Live from everywhere, it's the 60th Flagstaff Foundry with your host, Garrison Garcia.
What's up, everybody? The 60th Flagstaff Foundry. Folks, so glad to have you here. So glad that you joined us for the Flagstaff Foundry this evening. My name's Garrison Garcia. I'll be your host, your best friend, your diamond guy. That's right. Diamonds are the hardest material known to man. Diamonds are harder than alloy, harder than steel, harder than glass. You can only use diamonds to cut diamonds. 60th is the diamond anniversary. That's why I'm your diamond guy tonight. 60 shows, folks. We've been doing this, not just streaming, but live, 60 consecutive months. How? I don't know. It's crazy. It's wacky. It's wild. You may ask, what is the Foundry? What are we doing here? Well, the Foundry is this fun, quirky little adult talent show that the community of Flagstaff in Northern Arizona does. We're glad that you can join in here from wherever you are and tune into this stream. But the thing at the Foundry is you get kind of whatever people sign up to present each night. We're going to have some pole dance pieces tonight, a piece of pole dance tonight. We're going to have a lot of comedy, stand-up comedy. We're actually going to have an interactive role-playing game happening later. We've got a radio show. We've got improv. We've got music. We've got all sorts of stuff for you. It's going to be a real treat. Oh, look at that. Little our logo right up there. Folks, we also aim to create community and incubate art. So our goal here is to help create a space for artists to present their talent to the world, for them to have a venue to perform anything once a month. This first act that we've got for you. Lewis has been with us before, and he's excited to debut his newest work with us here tonight. Please, from the comfort of your own home, give a warm welcome to Lewis.
Well, thank you, Garrison. It's good to be with everyone. And it's nice to be first, get those nerves out of the way. But it's a new piece I wrote, and it's odd. I can't see myself, which maybe is good. So now I have to remember all of you are over there. But anyone knows me knows I'm not exactly a specialist on long-term relationships. So I had a piece came to me. It's called Winter's Tale, nothing like the Shakespeare Winter's Tale. And it's just the idea that you might have a lonely winter, the later years. So later in the piece, I decided that maybe I would try to create a little tutorial to how to do it right. So here's the piece, Winter's Tale. The winter wind is blowing, and I, for one, can't wait. The summer burned me lovingly, but fall is fraught with storm. So lead me on the winter's warmth, if I should feed the hearth alone, without the loving arms of my one true love. For gold years that turn to gold, as hearts entwined grow old, and all the world is summoned in a glass. Plant the seed of love in the spring, make it everything you ever dreamed. And don't let someone tell you it won't grow. There's truly only one who needs to know. But where do you learn how to plant a tree that you've never planted before? Just trust and believe in this heart's refrain. I am the soil, the sun, the rain. In the summer, it will flourish, break the ground if it was nourished, and reach for the stars, and you will say, that's ours. But faith alone won't make those branches grow. There's still a lot of things you need to know. Like storms, they will come, and the winds will blow, so hold tight until they go. And those that will bend and from drought can mend will make it to the fall. Summer leaves of green become the colors that are only seen through lovers' eyes. So if you're wise, you'll stay to feel the warmth beneath the fallen leaves, or have a cold and lonely winter like me. Thank you, Garrison.
Woo! Yeah, Lewis, thank you so much. Beautiful. Hauntingly beautiful and lovely. Those pipes I could listen to all day. Folks, of course, we're all enjoying the Foundry from afar, from different locations. Before I jump into that, yeah, you're right. Give it up one more time for Lewis, please, everybody. Yeah, thank you. While we're all enjoying the Foundry from afar, from our own locations, it's important to reach out to your friends that you might normally watch the show with. Take a minute, just text your buddies, send them some love, let them know you're watching the show tonight too, and that you miss them, you care about them, and that you'll see them in person sometime soon, from a safe distance and with a mask. Reach out to your folks, reach out to your friends. We care about our community here at the Flagstaff Foundry, and we want people to stay connected. Next up, no longer local comedian Dennis Verret. You can go ahead and listen, rate, and subscribe to his recently launched podcast, Control Group. That's CTRL, like what's on your key, and group. It features a cast of past Foundry favorites, including Nick Hodge, Marcus Strauchs, and Hadley Singer, playing tabletop role-playing games. Here tonight with us to take us through a little sample of tabletop role-playing games is none other than Dennis Verret for the world's largest and fastest game of D&D. Give it up for Dennis, everybody.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, hello everyone. I do not have a lot of time. You guys are on a mission. I wanted to bring D&D to the world, so that's why I created Control Group. It's a podcast that tests different systems. You might think D&D is the only system for a tabletop role-playing game, but that's like saying Kleenex is the only tissue. It's a brand name, and honestly, it's like Amazon. It kind of sucks. So what we do is test as many systems as possible. So I've brought to you guys a system that we can run online together. Dina, our director, will help us. She'll bring up some wonderful rolls, so I want you guys to grab any dice you can find at the moment, whatever's nearest to you. A coin also counts. That's a 1d2. If not, I've got a couple in my pocket. You can take those as well. If you like this, you can, just like Garrison shilled for me, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever and listen to our podcast. Rate and review us. That really would help. We're trying to get bigger in the community. We're getting kind of doused by some other newer podcasts. I won't bring up why, but it's because they're white. Anyway, all of you arrive in a tavern. You've all received a letter. This letter has detailed that there is a princess locked away in a tower. She's guarded by this fearsome dragon. And all of you knights, all of these 40, 60, 70 people watching right now, you're all in this tavern together, prepared to save this princess. There's a goblin behind the counter who's obviously very confused at the moment. He's washing a bowl of some old scrap when he looks up at you and goes, "Oh, there's quite a lot of you. I assume you're here for the princess. Might you stay and partake of my fine cheeses and wines?" As he tries to leave you there, a lot of you protest. You have a princess to save, no matter your gender. You have to save this princess because you also know this princess is kind of loaded. So whether it's fame, infamy, love, lust, you have to save this person. So what I would like all of you now is to say something in chat. Something you'd like to say to the goblin keeper to help you find out where this tower is located with this princess that's been locked up. And I'll give you a second, and I'll continue role-playing as the goblin as he's washing the bowls. He sits a couple of you down. His cheeses are fine. It's a little bit moldy. It's fantasy setting, so there's no real refrigeration to keep the cheese well enough. So if you enjoy blue cheese, if that's your thing, then the cheese is quite fine. The wine, so you've had better. You're probably a higher up knight belonging to some liege or lord or lady. So you've had your type of wines. One of the first comments I saw was, "Where can I find dat booty?" One of the knights exclaims from the back of the room. Another shouts, "Is there a river to cross?" Well, of course there's a river to cross. You know, you pass the cascading rivers and past the Black Hills and the Diamond White Shrine. That's where you'll find the tower. And he goes, "Yeah, there's quite a lot of you. So this would really just run me out of business if I gave 70 odd of you cheese and wine, but oh, whatever, as long as you pay with your coin. A lot of you know you might be coming into some money soon, so you don't mind parting with some gold. I would like all of you to roll whatever dice you have now to see how the traveling goes to get to the tower. As this goblin tavern keeper is packing away most of his livelihood and sending it along with this giant group. Some of you are fighting over it. Some of you enjoyed this moldy cheese. Some of you enjoyed this just fine wine. But you all get packed up in a giant caravan. I would hope you'd bring your own horses. This town cannot lease enough horses out to you. Our first roll is an 11. I don't know what D we're using, so we'll assume 11 is a middling roll. Unless you're using 2d6 like I had in my pocket, then it's a great roll. You pass over the river unencumbered. The bridge is stable, surprisingly for as many of you who are crossing over it. You get past the Black Mountains and the White Diamond Shrine, and luckily there is not a much of malarkey. One person got a heads. So when you do look at the shrine, you do see a heavenly light. So whichever god your knight prays to, you believe they are speaking directly to you, giving you a sign that this will go well. You arrive before you. You see a tower higher than any tower you've ever seen. Luckily, those with keen vision will see at the top of the tower there is a little portcullis where our princess is lackadaisically leaning out of. She sees all of you arrive. Oh, come to slay the dragon, I see. She rolls her eyes and flicks her hair behind her head. Behind the tower, you see dragon wings emerge. A golden dragon then perches itself on top of the tower, its long tail winding down the tower like grapevines on a tree. We always pray to a cracker, Clara. We see the dragon as it steps down in front of the princess. She has normal length hair. This isn't Rapunzel. Don't be silly. This isn't ripped off of anything. The dragon lands in front of you, and I would like all of you to roll to attack this dragon. As you can see, this dragon, its breath heavy and hot. You know it has the capability to burn all of you down. With a single breath, its claws sharper than any metal. The magic dragon. I'm too young for that, actually. Emily would like to seduce the dragon, so that is now what we are rolling to do. Garrison got a 2, which in most of my systems would be an utter failure. Garrison's knight steps forward, long hair, his bow-tied up knight suit, as the dragon flicks a single claw at him as Garrison goes flying back towards the Black Mountains, never to be seen again, unfortunately. An 8, a much better roll, I'll assume, on a d8. As you begin overwhelming this dragon, bringing this dragon down. This dragon has never had so many combatants at once. Eventually, you tear at its wings, rip apart its scales, and over encumbered, the dragon succumbs and falls down with heavy breath on its last legs, when all of a sudden you hear a noise from the distance. You hear a noise from the bottom of the tower. It's the front door. Unfortunately, an 18 does not seduce. It has a much higher AC when it comes to seduction, Jeffrey. The front door of this tower opens, and the princess simply walks out of it. The princess runs to the dragon and throws herself amongst the dragon's chest and lays on him and protests that you all stop. Stop hurting her love. You see, because the tower is metaphorical. She was locked in a tower because this relationship is kind of weird, and you guys, it was a lot of play on heteronormativity. So you guys kind of back down, realizing that you won't get love in this all. But the princess will pay you off, possibly. She'll give you her riches and her fortune if you simply just leave her love alone, this golden dragon. Do you guys take the money and run? No, you killed her girlfriend, Nick. Dragons can be girls too. You watch as there's a golden light around the dragon. It begins dwindling in size until she's a humanoid, much like the rest of you. The lovers embrace, and you make way with your loot. Unfortunately, you do have to share it with everyone watching in chat, so it's 100 gold pieces shared between the 70 of you. But I'm sure you can probably figure that out. You guys ride off into the sunset, a party of 70-odd people, doing whatever you want, taking towers, taking princesses, and taking dragons down. Now, once again, if you enjoyed this little experiment, please check us out anywhere you can listen to podcasts. We're a control group, that's CTRL, just like the key. We do have a Patreon now. We would like to set up a website to help indie devs kind of raise up and spread all their systems around. So if you would like to donate to that, that would be wonderful. Donate to local causes, help local workers, especially in the healthcare fields and ones that are necessary right now. Thank you so much. I've been Dennis Foray of Control Group.
Yeah, Dennis, thanks for killing me in the fantasy world. I give that performance a natural 20. It's the best. It's the best you can do on this dice. So, folks, listen to Control Group. As a fan, big fan, top fan of Control Group, I assure you, you'll be entertained, you'll be heartened, you will love the stories and the worlds that they weave. So please check it out. Special thanks this evening goes out to Foundry board members, Dre, Don, Brian, Dina, and Jeff. Our show producer this evening is Dina Barnice and her assistant, Tim Simpson. Our Foundry intern, Sarah Andrews. My sweetie, Joni Garcia. House management is you. Clean up your house. It's looking lived in right now. It's a 3-day weekend. Good for chores. Good for projects. Thanks to all the volunteers who make this show happen. We are a not-for-profit. We rely on volunteer man hours, women hours, person hours, and we very much appreciate the people who come out to volunteer and help out the show. But most importantly, folks, thanks to our performers who sign up and make the show happen. Shout out to y'all who decided to click that button to say sign up and take the chance to share a little bit of their love and their talent with everyone else. Next up, our next performer has been pulling away the quarantine. Tonight, she will show us what she's been working on. We've got a nice pole dance piece. Give it up, everybody, for Anna. Yeah, Anna. Thank you. Give it up for Anna, everybody. Let her hear you. Folks, you could do that in the next show if you sign up and get a poll and take classes. My point is, anybody can sign up for the Foundry. You just go to flagstafffoundry.org, you click sign up, you go through a little form, you answer some questions, you say some little doobly doos, and then you're in the show. I send you an email, and then you're on our stage or our screen, showing the world what you love to do and sharing a little bit of your time with our community. Please sign up for the Foundry. Our next show is May 20. What's today? June 20 something. And yeah, if you just go to our website and click sign up, June 27th. Thank you, Graphic. Sign up for the show. We'd love to have you part of our community. Next up, a first time performer at Flagstaff Foundry. Michael has told me that he's just so very dull and boring. And folks who usually introduce themselves that way are typically anything but. Tonight, playing some music for us, I'd like you to help me welcome to our virtual stage, Michael.
Well, thanks everyone for showing up tonight. I'll do a couple of songs and very excited to be here for the Foundry the first time. I'm going to give something a try. It'll be an utter disaster, I have no doubt. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Woman says, rain alone, why and change? Come one day, in my space, do my thing. One time, go around, lower town, what go down? If you say, whichever way, won't you play? Baby, beat, baby, beat, baby, beat, baby, beat it! All right, now get one more, right? Ooh, victims. Okay. Can't bear my eyes on you. That means I'll hang out beneath an August moon. Let's one scream and shout, then he goes boom. Then he go boom. Then he go there. Then he go back. Come crawl along the floor. No one has to see the way along your face. Come crawl on hands and knees. Can't bear my eyes on you. That means I'll scream and shout. It is and knock over more. And go on all about Jenny goes boom. Jenny go boom. Jenny go there. Jenny go back. Come call along the floor. No one has to see the way along your street. Come, crawl on hands and knees, can he go? All right, was that 8 minutes? Was that 8 minutes yet?
Yeah, Michael, thank you. Folks, keep it going for Michael, everybody. Y'all want to see Michael come and perform live when we can do that, right? Shred up the stage. Chime in. Let us know. You want to see him come back to the live stage, right? Yeah. Hey, everybody. The official after party of the Flagstaff Foundry is again at your house. Or at Uptown if you're feeling bold, because they are open again, but wear a mask, be responsible. I think they're doing a good job of rolling things out. The patio's open there, so bless you, sweetie. Bless you. Those are options for you. But generally, yeah, the after party, your house. June is Bike to Work Month. Whether you're working from home or from your normal business place of work, bike there. It's more fun. It's better. Also in June, this is huge, folks. June 1st, Momentum Aerial is reopening. Yeah, that's right. Give it up for that. Momentum Aerial, of course, is the Foundry's home, is where we perform our regular show. And they're opening after a lot of planning, a lot of discussion, a lot of protocols. They're still going to prioritize the health and safety of their staff and student body. The studio will start its summer semester June 1st, offering pole, a lot like Anna was doing, Lyra, and aerial yoga, plus select open gyms. Momentum will still be offering online conditioning, handstand, flexibility, and ballet technique classes, as well as their recent addition, Zumba, with Agnes Rude. Visit momentumaerial.org for details on classes. On June 6th, the Orpheum presents F-Town Sound. The Orpheum at Home with the Orpheum presents F-Town Sound. You can tune in to that show. June 13th is the scheduled season opener for the Flag Flea Market. Things are still up in the air. I'm being told by Dapper Dre, still nailing things down. Keep that date in mind, but stay tuned to their social media channels for more specifics about when they'll open Flag Flea. June 19th, bike party, safety ride. Don your safety gear. Check out the Spotify tunes list on Instagram at FlagFLG Bike Party, and go ride your bike around with people social distanced from you. There are a lot of public resources available that are really important at times like these. Please make sure that you're pitching in or accessing these resources if you need them. The Kinlani Mutual Aid Public Group on Facebook, the Mutual Aid Group on Facebook. Downtown Flagstaff AZ has up-to-date information on local businesses that are operating, doing phone orders, online orders, delivery, pickup, and starting to do regular business with some limitations. Share other resources that you've got that you want the Foundry community to be aware of in the comments, please. You know them, you love them. Tamales by Maria. Normally during intermission at the Foundry, you'd go outside, you'd buy a plate of tamales. You would have a very, very happy stomach and a satisfied appetite, and delighted taste buds, might I add. Maria is doing text to order tamales. That's right. If you're in Flagstaff and you want to order a dozen tamales, a dozen of the most delicious homemade tamales. You can text the number on the screen right now to get pickup on Thursday. Pro tip for you, they're piping hot on Thursday, so maybe plan dinner around that. They have vegetarian chicken and green chili options. June 27th will be the 61st Flagstaff Foundry. We'll see you one way or the other, here or very, very limited in person. I don't know. We're figuring that all out. It's not a professional show. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. But, folks, it's time to see what your favorite ragtag bunch of locally inspired superheroes are up to. For your enjoyment, allow me to present Foundry Radio. Foundry Radio is performed for a live streaming audience. This episode, The Flagstone 4, episode 56, The Rat with the Bat, starring Dennis Veray as Tucker Ferguson, Becky Zaritsky as Emma Savory, Dapper Dre as Marley J, and Jeff McCarroll as Rex. Also starring Clara Hart as the Rat with the Bat. The Flagstone 4 is narrated by Sarah Andrews. Episode written and directed by Garrison Garcia. The Flagstone 4 is produced by Dina Barnice.
In humble Flagstone, an evil lurks. In many forms it strikes, casting fear into the city throughout the day and night. To whom will Flagstonians turn when villains come around? The Conductor, Enviro Girl, Hemp Hero, and Rex, the Talking Hound. The Flagstone 4. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. Our heroes sat in the house in Flagstone that day.
I sat there with Marley. We sat there, we two. And I said, how I wish Rex was here with us too.
But I am here, Tucker, in the fur, don't you see? We're all sitting here bored, Tucker, Marley, and me.
You guys are talking real weird.
We must stay inside. We must sit. Even if we don't like it, not one little bit.
Emma's at her job, doing essential work, lining the shelves in organic grocery store clerk.
That place is expensive, man.
And we're here at home, choosing not to go out. Everything that was certain is now shrouded in doubt.
Maybe we could do another puzzle?
We've done 19 puzzles, a dozen before. We'll probably do 9,999 more.
You don't have to get all dramatic about it. I was just making a suggestion.
Home isolation has sure taken its toll. We're stuck here with life force being drained from our souls.
But for now, we're forced to live life here at our home, even if that means I keep chewing the same bone.
And then something went bump.
And that bump made us jump.
Yes, it was very surprising.
And we looked. We saw him step into on the mat. We looked and we saw him.
A rat with a bat.
What the hell?
And he said to us,
Patriots, come and join me. You must come outside. Indoors is no place for you three to reside.
You two think this is normal? A rat with a bat?
It's me, yes, a rodent who wields a big stick. I've got a proposal, one you think is quite slick.
Dude's not even wearing a mask.
A proposal for us? Rex, Marley, and me? Is it something that could break up this isolation monotony?
Ha, why, yes, that exactly. We'll shake up your routine. Let's go out and about. Forget quarantine.
But Emma said we should stay here.
Posh, my friend Marley, such poppycock. This idea is exciting. Are you chicken? Bok, 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 bok.
I'm not chicken, but
The idea, Mr. Rat, that we should go out makes me feel better than for months I have felt.
Go out with me, friends. Protest in the street. It's my God-given right to eat Applebee's. To eat.
And then something went clunk.
Like the clunk of a trunk.
Emma's home. She's probably getting groceries from her car. Oh, she'll put this rat with a bat straight.
Inside from out, Emma came through the front door and placed her full grocery bags on the floor.
Don't touch those till I clean them with bleach and solution. Ugh, who's this rat? Has he brought in germ pollution?
Probably.
This is Rat with a Bat. He's become our new friend. He said he can put our great boredom to end.
A solver of boredom? Wow, you don't say. I'd love to know how he'll take our boredom away.
It's simple, you see, friends. I 9/5 guarantee it. Come outside with me, and then you'll see it.
Emma, you've been telling us we should only go out for absolutely necessary reasons. And when we do, to wear a mask. And now this rat guy is telling us that it's fine to just go out. So what do we do?
Go outside? Are you mad? Think of the work that we've done. We've distanced and abstained from our usual fun. We've telecommuted and washed our hands well. You say go right back to normal? I say go to hell.
Oh, snap.
Emma, be reasonable. Our new friend with a bat, he knows some about this and some about that.
He was just saying all the fun to be had. If we ignore the precautions, would it be that bad?
Yeah, I think it would.
Thank you, my friends, for pleading my case. But there's one thing I can tell when I see Emma's face.
What's that?
She's afraid to think freely. She's a sheep and you're her flock. You think your house behind door, behind lock. Outside's not scary, no threat to behold. So give yourself freedom to break from the mold.
And then two someones went cheer.
Woo!
Yeah, I agree with that rhetoric.
And Emma made her face sneer.
Rat, I can see right through your libertarian veneer.
My body, my choice. You can't keep me inside. I don't care how many tens of thousands have died. I want to eat out at my favorite place without wearing a dumb mask to cover my face.
I think they're pretty cool.
You're aiming to taint my own friends with your plan. I won't have them eating out of the palm of your hand. Tucker and Rex, you may not go outside. Mr. Rat, you'll leave now before brute force is applied.
Brute force, you're a fighter, you're thin as a twig. I've got this big bat, and my big bat, well, it's big.
Hey, take it easy. No need for all that. It's just a disagreement between Emma S. and a rat.
I think what we're missing is discourse based on facts. If your claims are all wrong, Mr. Rat, would you redact?
Me proven wrong? I'm a small, humble sort. I'll highly doubt Emma could give a reliable retort.
Oh, I need popcorn.
Fact number 1, worldwide cases are rising. Places it's worst, where groups are socializing.
Well, that's just because the testing is.
Fact number 2, experts say keep your distance. It's the number 1 way to boost our herd-wide resistance.
Yeah, but younger people are less.
Now here's fact number 3, and please listen close. A vaccine is still a ways off before we all get the right dose.
You know, Bill Gates
And
is.
here's the 4th point, one you struggle to see. You're missing the way your bad choices affect me. You're a vector, old rat. You spread things without knowing. No mask, shedding germs all the places you're going.
Unclean.
So the answer is no, we won't head outside unless our work is vital for all to survive. Our doctors, our nurses, but also our clerks, delivery drivers, and most public works. So many people who need to go out, but you're just being a selfish burnout. Mr. Rat, have some cheese, stay in and chat, and be thankful the Flagstone 4 don't have a cat.
Damn, Emma, you stared him.
What a fool I have been for gathering folk. I thought social distance was just a lame joke.
Your effort to sway us from staying at home gave me understanding about why not to roam.
I too have now realized too much risk it would be to frequent public places willy-nilly and carefree.
Nilly. Yeah.
Take it from experts, those leading their field. Trust them when they tell us how our world can be healed.
And then something went beep, 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 beep. And the beep, 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 beep meant late breaking news. A newscaster announcing the late breaking news. This just in, folks. I'm being told that Mayor Juniper Meadows has mysteriously gone missing. Due to an outdated town charter, the previously imprisoned ex-mayor Dorsch will be released from prison and reinstated as the active mayor of Flagstone, effective immediately.
So listen to experts is what you have to say. No, Mayor Dorsch is back as the government head. No problems have I with this newsworthy moment. Its ironic change is my great enjoyment.
I've just lost all interest in rhyming.
Evil Mayor Dorsch? Released from prison?
Reinstated as the mayor of Flagstone?
Rats.
What evil policies will the dastardly Mayor Dorsch enact first? Will the coward rat with a bat ever wear a mask? How come there was no appearance of Thing 1 and Thing 2 in this parody? Have you thanked a healthcare worker today? Vaccines are safe and effective, and sure to be the theme of some future episode of the Flagstone 4. For another day, danger has come and gone. The Flagstone 4 protect the good from dusk until the dawn. But how long will the safety last? How long will all be well? What will the Flagstone 4 face next? Only time will tell.
Stone 4, everybody. Give it up for your Flagstone 4. Yeah. The 56th episode of the Flagstone 4. The places they have gone. Our next performer this evening happens to have her birthday today. Another way of saying that is today is our next performer's birthday. Something that we, just a customary Foundry tradition is that we sing the first syllable of the happy birthday song to performers or friends of the show who it's their birthday. So please, from wherever you're watching this, I don't even care if you've got headphones in and you're like in a public place or something. First of all, why? Second of all, just do it. It'll be fun. Please join me in the first syllable of happy birthday for our next performer. 5, 6, 7, 8. Everyone, Katie King.
Hi! You might have heard about me. I am a local birthday comedian. Now, this does not mean that I perform comedy at your birthday party, but it means that I only perform comedy on my birthday, which happens to happen once a year. If you saw me last year, then you kind of saw my start. And if you're watching me today, my second show ever, it's kind of far into my career because I only have about 30 more shows, we hope. And I hope that you can attend all of them. So the problem with this system is that it's a terrible system, actually, because there's so much time spent between when I perform and the next time that I perform that I forget all my jokes. But one thing that this flawed system does provide is really fresh material written every morning of my birthday. So speaking of forgetting, has anyone else forgotten what life was like pre-COVID-19? Because I'm already starting to forget. So I know you're on your screens and you have your little chat box next to you. I want you to start typing in. What do you miss? What do you remember? What are some slices of life that you recall from pre-COVID-19? Something that I remember as a single mom is something called babysitters. Now, babysitters were something that I, as a single mom, I was in the realm of, right? So if you don't know how this works, you're a single parent, so you don't have any family, you pay someone to watch your kid while you go out, right? So if I want to go dancing, if I want to go on a date, if I want to go to the Foundry, I have to pay someone, or I choose, right? I choose to pay someone $15 an hour just to have a good time, just to get out of the house and see people like you, right? So that's kind of my pre-COVID reality. But now here, as we've been in shelter in place, I have gotten to live my dream of being a party mom. Now, what this means is that I can attend every Zoom party there is, every virtual dance party, every kind of virtual game night, you name it. I am the troll party mom of your Zoom. I join these meetings, I hack in, and not to be annoying, I don't say anything, I don't throw any rude comments, but I just sit there like, this is so cool to be able to hear adults talk, to be able to see what the adults do, and it's all free, and my child is asleep, and I'm feeling like totally social. So you guys are like, oh my gosh, I can't see anybody. It's so terrible. That's how we single moms felt before this whole thing happened. And now we're just living the life, basically. And before I was worried, oh, can I get to the sitter on time? Oh, can I afford another $15 just to have this conversation with an adult human? And I was often the earliest to leave. And I want to let you know that now I am the last to leave every Zoom meeting there is. You got to look at the positives, right? So there has been some changes, and this is what I want you to use your chat box for right now when you're online. What are some of the changes that you've seen? Go ahead, have a conversation, talk while I do this. One thing I've seen is an increase in drinking, okay? So I don't know, send a little heart or something if you're on there with me, if you understand. To be precise, I've had a 2,400% increase in my drinking. Okay, so what that means is, as you know, I'm not a big drinker. I was maybe going on every 3 months, I'd have an alcoholic beverage. And now I'm having about 2 drinks a week. Okay, so I just want to be public about this. I want to get it out in the open. It's really spiked. And what this has included is trips to the Beaver Street liquor store, who are now selling mystery bags of alcohol. Okay, so that's where all the babysitting money went, right? Straight to the mystery bags at the Beaver Street liquor store. And it's interesting because all of this mystery is around us, this mystery life that we're now living, and now you can go and get mystery bags from the Beaver Street liquor store. So I did, and one of the weirdest things that I got was a giant bottle of Game of Thrones beer, Mother of Dragons. And it says on the label, a beer for Daenerys. Daenerys? I've barely watched an episode, but it is a beer for this queen who I've seen enough episodes to know that she embodies just regality, right? She's a regal, beautiful queen of dragons or mother of dragons. Anyways, I'm not her, and I'm supposed to drink her beer. So I was thinking, what would get me to the place where I would feel basically regal enough to be able to drink this beer? And this is what I've decided. To be in this inflatable chair in the nude, which we're as close as we can get right now, doing a virtual puzzle of my son's own birth while stress eating my own flesh. I like this spot right here, and drinking Mother of Dragons. I never thought I would be in a reality where that was happening, but this day has happened. This day has happened. Okay, so on top of all of that, I have unofficially, at the beginning of this pandemic, moved in with my boyfriend. So I know that's a shock to a lot of you that know me. I've been living for about 10 years on and off, mostly single. And you may be scratching your head thinking, how did you suddenly get a pandemic boyfriend? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, and I need you to listen up and lean in real close. I'm only going to say this once. Men who may come in handy for a pandemic.com. I never knew there were websites like this. There is also live-in boyfriends just in case there is a pandemic.com. And my favorite, taking care of elementary kids on your own during a pandemic is really hard. Please, God, help us. .com, just for your resources, just for your own resource. Research, 2,400% increase. But no, it's been great. And I really enjoy him. And we're just getting to know each other so well. Like so well. 10 weeks of living together during the pandemic, not being able to go anywhere or see anything. It's kind of like a really controlling relationship. You know, I'm like, did you see her? Did you wear a mask? Did you show your face? Were you 6 feet away? 5.5? You were 5.5 feet away? What are you talking about? You were 5. No. I think it was more like 5. No. I was 6. I was 6 feet away. Were you 5 3/4 feet away from her? It seems like the whole thing sounds like a really controlling thing. So where'd you go this week? Go to the grocery store? How many times did you go to the grocery store? Who did you see there? Did you see anybody at the grocery store? It's like the whole thing is a little weird, right? It sounds sort of scary. Maybe you can understand what I'm saying. But the deal is that you can know what you're looking at when you're in a pandemic relationship. You see someone at their worst and there are no surprises, no skeletons in the closet. Like normal dating or pre-COVID dating, you go on 3 to 5 dates and you think, oh, I had a lot of fun at the Orpheum. I had a lot of fun sleeping with this person. I had a lot of fun on that hike. And then you do this thing, and I call it predicting the future to be in your favor. Falsely predicting the future to be in your favor. Some people call it hope. That's not what I call it. In a pandemic relationship, there is none of that. It's kind of like when someone wears a hat or sunglasses or a mask, and your mind automatically fills in the rest of their face to whatever your idea of attractive is, because you can't see the whole thing. There is none of that in a pandemic relationship. There is only seeing what there is. And I just wanted to say that I highly recommend it. And I've spent 10 years of you guys telling me all the tips of how to not be single. Here's mine. The 3 websites that I just shared a moment ago. One thing that we're having to deal with is the children. There are 3 kids of ours amongst each other, and you think that this would be a good thing? Not It's not a good thing at all. The children hate each other. They hate each other. So you're sitting here and you're thinking, okay, I have a pretty big job. I have to make or inspire or allow human beings smaller than me for only a few more years of how to show respect to each other. How do you help someone respect another human being? How do you help someone treat someone nicely? This is the biggest job, right? This is the biggest job we all face. And the answer is you can't. You will not do it. You will do all of the failing. And the only thing you can do is you can be patient and you can be respectful. And you can be patient and you can be respectful. And you can increase your drinking by 2,400%. One thing that I thought was interesting with these kids' arguments, you know, they argue about everything in the books, is that my son tries to be funny. He likes to crack jokes. That's something that we do in our family. And if he doesn't get the response that he needs or wants, like the laugh or someone acknowledging that he was even speaking in the first place, he doesn't give up. He perseveres. Instead of giving up, he repeats the same joke again, louder, waiting, hoping for someone to respond. And if that doesn't work out, he tells the same joke even louder, just waiting and hoping for someone to respond. And if that doesn't work out, he tells the same joke even louder, just waiting and hoping for someone to respond.
Give it up for Katie, everybody. Keep it going. I, for one, cannot wait for Katie's birthday to come around. And it seriously, I saw her first set on her birthday last year, and her birthday just can't come quite often enough. Her son did take my stand-up class, and I am offended by the last joke that she told, but it's all good. It's a proven technique. Just say it louder, you know, and then you'll get the reaction you wanted. Yeah. Folks, we have one more act in the lineup, and then Chomsky School of Business. And this final act here is a Foundry favorite. You can enjoy his music stylings after the show and anytime you please by subscribing to his YouTube channel, Eric DeVigi YouTube. Just search it and it'll come right up. Now, here are two happy little songs from Eric.
Hello. I'm gonna get some music up on YouTube real quick. Right now, all that you will see are a bunch of videos I made for my English students. And I don't sing in any of them, but feel free to watch those. Okay, I'm gonna play two songs. One of them is quite short. So we'll keep things rolling here, and then we'll get to hear Sweet Sweet Improv. This is a cover song. Please sing along. All of you know it.
Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in our book, Reading Rainbow. I can go anywhere, with friends to know, and ways to grow. Reading Rainbow. I can do anything. Take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow.
Okay, I tried to do a medley of 90s stuff, but a lot of them are really hard. Like, and then there's. So now you can have all of those stuck in your head. Okay, this next song is one that I've performed once. So it's not a new song, but I've kind of redid it and then added a verse. So it is kind of a new song. It doesn't have a title, so if you can think of one, let me know.
My mama said to pick my sister up from school, but I don't want to. My old man comes home from being somewhere else all day. I wonder what his claim to home could be. I don't know. Maybe his good looks. My Uncle George is the Zodiac killer. My Aunt Mary is married to the Zodiac. Kodak film in the attic can prove it. Move it. I've got a little sister to pick up from school. But I'm a little left out and underweight to be the food they serve here. I'm a little left out. Here I am. I'm a little left out and underweight from eating the food they serve here. I'm a little left out, but here I am. My family moved to Minnesota only last year. I don't really like it here. No one helps me shovel out the driveway. When I make some friends, it will get better. Anyways, at least that's what my mama says.
Done. That's it. Thanks.
Keep it going for Eric, everybody. Give it up. One more time. Yeah. We've come to almost the end of our show, but we have one thing left for you. Some laughs, some guffaws, some silly fun times. To bring you those, I present to you Chomsky School of Business.
Yeah. Ooh, that music.
That music is
Yeah,
great.
jumping.
I love it.
Yeah. Intro music. So we
Intro
got
music in the house.
Okay, step one, intro graphic. Step
Hell
two, intro music.
We're getting there.
Thanks, everybody. This is the Noam Chomsky School of Business. We are here to bring you home, tuck you into bed, snuggle down with you tonight, here to close this amazing Foundry show. As the name implies, as an improv troupe, we're going to make everything up tonight. So please be ready for that. And tonight's, just so you're well aware, tonight's show is going to be science fiction themed. So if you hear us talking about ships and captains and aliens and asteroids, that is why. It's going to be science fiction themed. And all we need from you right now is in the comments on the side there, please type in some household objects. We just need one or two to kind of get us going, get our juices flowing so we can deliver to you the best improv show that we can. So go ahead and start typing those in. And Dina, if you could pull some of those up for us, that would be ideal. So we're ready. We're ready when you are. Dish soap. Dish soap. Thanks, Sean.
Dish soap. Thank
Dish
you.
soap. Dish soap. Ready, go.
Captain, we are now leaving super fast flying to enter the super atmosphere.
CB7, you're such a reliable droid. Thank you for informing me.
Thank you, Captain.
CB7?
Yes, Captain.
Ooh, where's my cappuccino?
I forgot. That was not part of my programming to remember things.
CB7, it is part of your programming. It's specifically part of your programming.
You are correct, sir. I simply made a mistake and tried to cover it by saying I was not programmed to do so.
I programmed you, CB7. Of course, I know that you're programmed to give me a cappuccino. So, are we going to keep having this problem? You do this like all the time.
Captain,
Captain, here is your cappuccino.
CB8 has brought your cappuccino.
Garrison. This is a problem. CB7, we have a robot who kisses ass to the captain.
I am sorry, are you referring to me and having this conversation right in front of me?
Yes, I am. You are an ass kisser.
Was the question directed at me? I am confused. Why don't you jump in, CB8? It seems to be what you're best at.
I noticed that you were feeling and having robotic feelings, and I was just trying to support your feeling and then shame the other robot for ass kissing.
Hey, Joe. Man.
Hey, yeah. What's up?
I signed up for Space League and Space Voyage League, and I'm nervous, man. I'm gonna get our job's gonna get replaced. All these freaking robots.
You know what they say about the future. Someday, all the jobs are gonna be done by robots. I guess it was farther in the future than we thought, though. Am I right?
But I handle all the plumbing on the entire vessel. You know, any naval frigate that's intergalactic, I can fix any plumbing straight up. There's no robot that can replace me, right, Joe?
I am so happy to be using my robot arm to unclog this toilet.
Very well done, robot. I am the supportive robot. Support what you do.
Hey, Donnie, I heard there's a plumbing robot now. So
No. Really?
Yeah.
How are they gonna do that?
None of them are as slim as you. None of them can get in those tiny little tight places the way you can. So
I can snake I grease up, I slide up my grease, and I slide on in, and then I plumb it. Right? Man.
Whoa, you get me hot and bothered, Donnie.
Captain, there seems some tensions in the ship. I've noticed some tensions, and I feel like it's my duty to report to you what the tensions are.
Tensions, Private?
Yes, tensions.
Captain, I have brought you an Americano.
CB7.
I have to. I can't speak in front of the.
I did good. I brought you Americano.
No, I need a cappuccino. You take this back. Dismissed.
Here, your cappuccino. I would also like to report I have uploaded disengage slim down feature if you
God.
need increased mobility, Captain.
God damn it.
Yes, no, I very much appreciate that. Thank you, CB8.
Do you see what I'm saying to you?
These are the tensions that you're trying to report?
Well, this is one of the tensions. I mean, these robots are becoming like ass kissers. I mean, they're just completely trying to please you, and then they're ignoring all sorts of other tasks.
What's the problem, Private?
Well, the problem is that there's no soap in the bathroom. I mean, that's like one thing.
What do I care about soap? I just send one of the droids for it.
Hey, do you realize that this...
Private, Luis. Private, I need you to sign for this. I've made this huge delivery. We have 1,200,000 gallons of hand soap for your vessel. You just have to sign for it.
Oh, no, hold on. No, we don't need this many. I think that one of the robots heard me saying that we didn't have any soap, and they're trying to kiss my ass, and they over order soap.
Listen, Private, that's not my problem. I came from headquarters.
Captain.
CB7.
I have brought you these privates.
What the hell?
I did good.
Where did you get these? These are actual testicles. Why did you do this?
I brought...
We're missing some testicles.
I know. I don't know how to.
I just don't. I mean, I just don't even know how to.
Captain, we can make an announcement over our PA system through the whole vessel, and we could find out. We could ask people.
It was no need. It was they're mine.
Oh God!
Did you have them like for an experiment, or
did I have my own testicles for an experiment?
Oh well, you didn't say own. You just said
I was taking my break, and I woke up, and it's actually solved.
I mean, answer the question. Answer the question. It's a fair question.
It was not my testicles are not an experiment. They're mine for procreation.
Can you convince me of that?
Can I convince you that my testicles are not an experiment?
I just want to make the announcement. I have a vasectomy, so my testicles are actually not for procreation.
Yeah, Mike's fine on this one, but
well, it seems I'm fine as well now
too. And we just don't have testicles, so
yeah.
Oh,
I'm actually not sure what we're talking about. So.
I have 3.
Wow. So you got one to spare, or?
No, they're mine. But let's get back to this. So, cut to the moment when the testicles had to be found.
Haven't seen them.
Yeah. No, I don't. I can't find them either. Oh, there they are.
Oh.
Did that hurt?
No, but all I can think about is frozen peas right now. It's so strange. What are you doing in my cabin, Captain and Private? I know I can't question you. I'm much lower in rank than either one of you, but
CT8. So listen, I had this idea. I know you've been modifying yourself to fit into different kinds of tubes that we have throughout our vessel, and I'm just I'm wondering what else you can turn your body into. You're good at making cappuccinos. What else can you do?
I upload myself to the needs of the ship.
Great. Yeah. It's funny. We have a lot of cleaning on the outside of the ship right now, like a lot of cleaning. Like we need someone who can get out there and clean out all that carbonized gunk from the back of the engines. I think you're probably really good at that. You have that nice slicing hand, and you have the cappuccino hand, I know, but you have the other slicing hand, right?
It's true, and I don't need air. I imagine I am well suited to this task, Admiral.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm wondering, I'm just thinking maybe there's the airlock. We could just.
What are you doing, man? That was one of the last jobs on the ship, and it was mine, and you took it. You put that robot on one of the last jobs on the ship.
Joey.
I was supposed to go out in my spacesuit, in my blue spacesuit, my really cool blue spacesuit. Go out there, and I clean up off the carbonized junk from the boosters. Okay.
You got me, okay? You got me. Your job or my job in this capitalistic society.
CT8. I see you've been promoted all the way from CB8 to CT8. That's amazing jump.
It was a new upload.
Here's the thing. I should be angry with you, but instead, I feel love in my robot heart.
Is that a new upload of emotions?
I'm not sure. I just feel tingly in my robot heart.
I don't have a heart.
Your
Yo, Donnie.
Oh, Joey, what's up?
Think I might have figured out this whole losing jobs to robots business.
Let me hear it.
Okay, so it's a little concept called transhumanism. I say we upload our consciousness into robots, then they can't steal our jobs no more.
Boom. You got it, Joey. You got it. Transhumanism. How are they going to stop us now? How are they going to stop us now? I'm going to become CT22. Ponies.
And I'm going to become a robot.
Captain. So, like I was saying, we have a problem. There's tensions within the robots, but now there's tensions between robots and actually people that are working here. And I'm hearing that they have some weird cookie plan.
Zip zoop bobbity bebop. Here's your cappuccino. I got it right on the rocks the way you like it.
Rocks cappuccino. No, that's pretty good. I don't think we have a problem here, Private. This is not bad.
Oh, Joey. Joey.
Hey,
it's so good to be. What?
I just called you your name, that's all.
Oh, it's so enjoyable making robot love to you.
Yeah, I love the way your robot parts feel on and inside my robot parts.
I feel so lubricated and loving towards your body.
Yeah, I'm glad there's this
CB8. So, do you want anything to drink? Do you drink?
I have no need for nutritious sustenance or hydration.
You're so funny.
I do not understand this humor. Have only programmed a small range of emotions, which includes give cappuccino and show up CB7.
You're so cute when you do that.
Louise. Oh, I see you have been demoted to CB8 again. This must be a real roller coaster of a robot life for you.
I don't know that it is a rank system. I think the crew have other things on their minds.
Oh, well, what do you like to drink, CB8?
I don't drink. Why do people keep asking me this question?
Jeff? Man, CB8, you sure did show up CB7. I liked making robot love to you even more.
And that's our show, folks. Thanks so much for coming out. We're at the Chomsky School of Business, and we will see you again soon. Thanks so much, everybody.
Wear a mask.
Business, everyone.
Okay.
Folks, so great to have you here with us, the Flagstaff Foundry. The 60th show, can you believe it? Diamond anniversary. Diamonds are forever. Shine bright like a diamond. Folks, we hope that you join us next month at the Flagstaff Foundry, June 27th, from what I'm told by a graphic. And until then, stay safe. Tell your loved ones you love them. Make art. Come together as a community, however you do that. And be safe out there. We love you. Take care.
Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I consider and all of the goods from out to play. And every demon wants his full of flesh, but I like to keep some things to myself. I like to keep my shoes strong. It's always darkest before the dawn, and I